They got us back on the r/Rap Battles podcast again, and it's starting to feel like the r/Rap Battles podcast again. We are
That was fire.
back.
That was fire.
That was fire.
We are back. We are live, and we are feeling good. This is your host, Hula. We've got a small panel here. We're going to talk about Smack Volume 6. Let's get into who we got here with us on the show. Let's start us off with Sauce. Sauce, how you doing today?
R/, we in this. I'm happy to be here. Happy y'all. We're back. Happy everybody's good. Let's go.
Amen. Amen to that. All right. Hot take royalty. What you got?
Man, I ain't got shit. Move on.
Okay. Good to know. Lockhart, what's up?
Hey, yo, what's good? It's Lockhart. Shout outs to Hula for his performance against Jab Beats the other night. Glad to be back.
Thank you.
Ready to
Big
talk
facts.
about
Big facts.
Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully that will be out soon, I hope. And we got Mike. Mike, what you got?
It's your local cornball, Mike. Cornball gang in the fucking building. What's poppin'?
All right, cornballs. And
Cornballs.
rounding out our panel today, we've got Yusuf. Yusuf, how you doing?
Yo, it's your boy Yusuf, aka Thanos, aka Phenomenal the Half Dragon. I think that's one of my AKAs. AKA, let's get this started. What's good?
Let's get it going.
Let's
so,
go.
as I said in our little intro, we are going to have our Smack Volume 6 prediction episode going right now. And first things first, apologies for taking a long break. Truth be told, I jerseyed the editing process on whatever our last episode was, which was a long time ago. It feels like a year ago, but really it was only a few months ago.
Like summer?
Yeah, I believe our last one was this summer. It was either after Gnome 10 or Summer Madness 10. And I think it was Gnome. But let's waste no more time. Let's talk about Smack Volume 6. We'll start off with Lockhart. Lockhart, how do you feel about this card as a whole?
Honestly, I know a lot of people probably felt underwhelmed with some of the other cards that have happened this year for URL, but I'm actually very happily surprised with this one. I feel like it's got everything that you'd want in a battle rap card, and I don't really see any kind of matchups that would be underwhelming, like just based off of how it looks on paper. So I'm pretty happy with it so far.
Sure. Sauce, what are you thinking?
I think this is the best card URL had this year, like by far. Like I wasn't like maybe this is just me speaking with the hindsight of knowing what happened with each card, but I think on paper I'm really happy with this card.
Sure. Is anyone here not happy with this card?
I love the card. I think we all like it.
I think we all like
good.
it. Yeah.
I mean, I think the only matchups that I'm iffy on are Arse versus Jerry West and T-Top
And
versus Easy. But
I think those are the two, but even then I don't think they're necessarily bad. Like I think T-Top and all right, should we just get into T-Top and Easy since that's the
Let's
first
get
one?
into it.
Well,
Let's get into that.
let me just hop on the card real quick, if I
sorry.
may. I think you're good. As far as excitement goes, in the caffeine era, I was really excited personally for Genesis because we were getting Geechee Gotti and Twerk, which was not a fantastic matchup in actuality, but that's something that's a narrative that had been pushed for a couple of years at that point. And it was the first time for caffeine, first time, having it be publicly available free for the masses live. And it was exciting. It was new. But since we've sort of gone into the caffeine era, I think this card is the strongest one that they've had. And I also agree with some of the weaker matchups that you guys see here. But even in actuality, I don't actually think they're that weak. So let's hop into the first matchup for our I guess opener. We don't know if this will actually be the opener, but it is at the bottom of the card. We've got T-Top versus Easy, the Block Captain. Sauce, you're usually our context narrative guy. What context and narratives do we have here?
T-Top's last battle, I believe, was beat out, which I think a lot of us, even though a lot of us have beat out, if not all of us have beat out winning, I think a lot of us could agree that that was the best battle on Summer Minus 10. Easy's last battle, I believe, was the Danny Myers battle, which, while a lot of people were calling Battle of the Year, on rewatch, me personally, I didn't feel as it was Battle of the Year. I thought it was a very good battle, though. And I had Easy second and third. So both are coming off of either wins or classics. And I think this is just a battle between two street talk dudes, and I think it's a really good matchup on paper.
Yeah. I think as far as the narratives that's coming into it, we're gonna see what T-Top can do with a limited amount of time for preparation, because this matchup was originally supposed to be T-Top versus Calico, which this would now be the fourth time that a battle between Dark Life and
Murderland.
Murderland, right? Between all the Briz and Murdermook cancellations, and now T-Top versus Calico. This is the fourth time that battle has been moved. So Easy the Block Captain. I think his narrative is a rookie trying to prove himself on a pretty large platform here. Yusuf, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
So I put a Confederate flag in front of my trap house and ain't been raided since.
Rated once.
Bro, listen. Rated once. Listen, man. Easy got some quotable. Full bias, Muslim gang, we in here. I got Easy 2-1. I'm looking forward to this battle. Neither one of them I'm a fan of personally, but the style is the shit we want to hear. We're gonna hear some grimy shit. It's gonna be fire. I got Easy 2-1. I'm looking forward.
You got any specific rounds?
Nah, I think okay. I'm probably gonna say first. I think Easy's gonna come out with some heavy shit. I think T-Top's gonna angle really well and take the second. And I think Easy's gonna find a way to catch lightning in the bottle.
That's fair. That's fair.
Confederate flag. So I got 2-1. Easy.
Hot take. What do you got for this matchup?
I'm leaning kind of the same way. I'm thinking Easy 2-1. I don't have any round predictions for you. It's gonna be just like a lot of drug talk. I mean, like it's gonna be the whole battle. So I'm pretty excited for it. It's gonna be a crazy one.
Yeah. So you got 2-1. Are you saying 2-1 either way, or?
Well, it'll be 2-1 either way. Like it's just gonna be a solid battle, assuming they both approach it at 100. Like Easy's got like really solid energy. Like T-Top's got angles and shit. It's gonna be one for the books.
Okay. Lockhart, what you got for us?
I'm probably going to go the reverse of everybody here, and I'm going to say 2-1 T-Top. I will say that Easy, if he has anything like the performance he had against Danny Myers, I would say all bets are off, because it'll either be one of the best battles on the card, or it's going to be 2-1 or 3-0 in his favor. But I would say T-Top is probably someone whose writing style and like performance I would probably prefer more in this scenario. I know it's going to be a lot of drug talk. It's going to be basically who sold the most drugs, who sold the best drugs. But I think T-Top's probably going to edge him on that one, in my opinion. But that's just me.
Sure.
2-1 T-Top.
Okay. Sauce, what you got?
Yeah, I got T-Top first and second. I think, like, as far as I think Easy is, my issue with him at times is his lack of direction in terms of tailoring his material to his opponent. And I think with that and going against somebody like T-Top, who will speak to your soul for all 3 rounds, and he will relate every topic back to you, I think that's kind of a bad matchup. And I think this is definitely Easy's biggest test as a battler. Like, Danny, I respect the hell out of, but Danny comes, you know what Danny's coming with. You know he's coming with high energy and punches, and T-Top is just well-rounded. Pun intended, I guess. And so T-Top's just well-rounded. T-Top's well-rounded, so I think T-Top will take that. But it'll be a really good battle either way.
All right, Mike, what you got?
Man, I'm sick of this bullshit. T-Top disrespect.
Talk about
serious? This is a T-Top 30, all right? Like, you guys are in here saying Easy the Black Cat beat Danny Myers. You know who else beat Danny Myers? Holmesy the God. All right, man? I'm so tired of this T-Top disrespect. This is the man that got on stage, kicked Rex's ass, kicked Surf's ass, got in that quiet or that small room, kicked Big K's ass. All right, man?
He did.
Like,
I don't know about that.
I don't get this disrespect. I don't get it, all right? I don't care about this Easy the Black Cat. You know what? Easy the Black Captain is a Walmart T-Top, all right? We're not doing this shit to T-Top. This is a 30.
Mike's kind of going off right now.
I'm going.
This is bullshit.
Mike,
I'm talking about.
listen, as our resident T-Top fan,
That's kind of
I'm gonna
wild.
I'm going to disagree with you there. I think we can give Easy the Black Captain a little bit more respect than
Disrespectful to
that.
T-Top. Disrespectful.
What?
Oh man. Okay. So here's the thing. Even with a shortened prep time, T-Top is one of the most professional and one of the most prepared battle rappers, at least at the top level. Now, when it comes to radio freestyles, that's a different story. but when it comes to battles, I forget how many days he might be on. 12 days prep, maybe. I think that's enough time.
No. Hey, let me walk through this. So prepping for I guarantee that before this was locked, he was prepping for Calico. All right. He's going to come with he's going to battle Easy with the same shit he was going to battle Calico with. It's just talking about I sold all these drugs, I did all this shit, you ain't shit, and that's about it.
Okay, I'm gonna have a take on that. I think Calico would have beat shit down his legs.
Oh yeah, he would have.
I think so.
I agree.
I
Hey,
think so.
Calico was 12 when he found out sandwich bags were for sandwiches. Are you sure about
Fire. That was
100%.
fire.
That's what's crazy.
Gigi said it first, but we'll let that slide.
Who did?
Gigi.
Oh.
I just found out ski masks were for fucking skiing.
Yeah, said he was magic.
Y'all saw that battle, right?
Yeah, he beat the shit out of B Magic.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep going.
So, with that being said, I'm gonna go 2-1 T-Top here. I think Easy's gonna have a good performance. I don't think he's gonna get body bagged, and I don't think his career is gonna come to an end unless something absolutely astronomical happens. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So give me T-Top 2-1. Moving forward.
This next one, I'm certain we all agree on. I don't think any of us
Ill
disagree.
Will versus Danny Myers. Sauce, so we got Danny Myers' last battle against Easy the Black Captain. What about Ill Will?
Ill Will's, I believe, and I could be mistaken, and I apologize for that. I believe it was the two battles at Born Legacy 9 is the correct event.
I believe so.
Your Honor and Miss Miami, and my thoughts on those battles, and I think the server or the panel and most people is that he caught a 60, which is kind of wild when you say it out loud.
That's incredible.
Yeah. As for Danny, I mean, we just talked about, his last battle was against Easy the Block Captain, and the consensus is that he lost that battle. And while I don't think he did terribly, Ill Will is Ill Will. Ill Will is in my top 3 for Champion of the Year this year. So I think this is the worst matchup Danny could have got, because Ill Will just really, I don't know if Yusuf's ever mentioned this on the podcast, but when we talk about battle rap, Ill Will doesn't really lose to punchers. Like, he might have lost to Nitty, but that's debatable. Other than that, like, what puncher has he really lost to? So I think I might be able to speak for everybody when I say I got Ill Will 30. I think Ill Will's just going to make him look foolish.
Okay. So, yeah, as far as narratives go, I think Ill Will is on a tear. He's going for that Cody. He's really gunning for that Champion of the Year. And that, I think, is the big narrative of this battle, is just will Ill Will dominate this matchup. Yusuf, you're from Detroit. What you got?
Listen, man, Danny's one of my favorites. He's probably higher on my list on the favorite list than Ill Will. Danny's dying here, man. Come on, this is this is the worst pot. This is such a terrible matchup. I will be amazed. Forget getting around. I'll be amazed if Danny doesn't get put into a body bag here.
Wow.
It will dirty 30. I don't see how. Nah. Like, how could he win this battle?
Okay, does anyone think this is not going to be a body bag?
Me?
I think it'll be 2-1.
I don't think the body bag. I just think Will wins 30.
Okay.
No, I disagree. I think it depends. It really does depend on how Danny Myers approaches the battle. Like, we all know he's gonna show up just swinging for the fences. Will's gonna have a defense for that. But if Danny does something, Danny just has to approach it differently. Like, he has to He has to actually figure out how he wants to approach the battle. Like he wouldn't if he comes out and he's just throwing punches. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Ill Will's going to take a pretty clear gentleman's 30. But if Danny does something different, it's going to be a lot closer than you'll want to get credit for it.
What do you think
Yeah.
Danny could do differently here that would help him?
I don't know because like Ill Will doesn't take battle rap super seriously. Like he showed up to the daylight battle with the third round with the ski mask. Like in his first battle on KOTD, he battled who was it?
Was it Big K?
I think it was Big K, and he just like started off his round just like doing a fucking coked up QP impression.
That's hilarious.
And like if he could do Ill Will's probably going to I don't know what Danny would do.
I'm just remembering Ill Will versus Av when we're talking about this battle, and I'm not forgetting how we did Av kind of dirty.
Yeah,
Like
he
it
got
was
like
2-1
clear.
I'll admit
clear.
that, but
It was
the
clear.
2 rounds that he got were not debatable, bro. And he kind of
Can I bring up one battle that
Yeah.
that can give Danny hope, and it was Danny versus Pat Stay. Do you think? Do you think? Like I said, I have Will winning, but do you think if he somehow replicates that performance, do you think he can beat Will, or is it just futile?
I think the reason, okay, I have Danny 2-1 that battle. I think we all do actually. But I think the reason why Danny got the 2-1 against Pat Stay was because Pat didn't take the first or third that seriously. I don't think we're going to get that same thing from
Okay.
Will here.
All right, I got you.
Like I feel like it's coming to like I think he's coming seriously, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Lockhart, what are your thoughts?
I think it's going to be an Ill Will 3-0 kind of battle because Danny Myers is going to be too busy prepping for his EPL battle against Colossal Mini.
Shout out Colossal Mini, the GOAT.
Shout out to Colossal Mini, but
Caught a 30 on Schnook.
In all seriousness, I'm still going to have it Ill Will 3-0. It's just like Ill Will has so much more of a variety to his performance and to what he can do, what he can say in comparison to Danny Myers. I hate calling Danny Myers a one-trick pony, but he honestly kind of is. I mean, that's just the way I see it. So with that being said, I'm going to have it Ill Will 3-0.
All right. Mike, what you got?
I got Will 2-1. I think his performance in the first is going to be enough to, just take that round. I think Danny can beat Will in a round where he's just barring it out. Like, if he gets in that bag that he was in for his third or his entire battle versus Pat, like his second versus franchise, if he gets into that type of bag, he can definitely take a round. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins the battle. Like, I think you guys are really downplaying the potential that Danny has. Like, yeah, Ill Will's fucking fantastic. He's definitely, he's in my top 5 current. But I think that we're really sleeping on the potential that Danny has in battles like this, where he comes in as the underdog.
Sure. I'll say this. I think it's possible for Danny to get around, and I think the small room atmosphere might benefit Danny actually a little bit more than a venue might. That might play a little bit more into Danny's advantage, but with the track record that Ill Will has had this year, he's really gonna be hard to beat. And I echo what Lockhart said. I think Ill Will has just more tools in his tool bag, and there's so many more avenues to an Ill Will victory than I think there would be for a Danny Myers victory. So I'll go gentleman's 30 Ill Will here. Does anyone else have any more thoughts on this before we move to the next battle?
I'll be really happy if Danny wins or at least wins a round, but I'm sticking with my Ill Will body bag.
Okay.
I don't want Danny to win though.
Go ahead.
I don't want Danny to lose or nothing like that, but I just don't think he's gonna come out of this looking good.
Yeah.
I will say, I think I'll speak for myself, and maybe I'm speaking for everybody. I think with all these battles, I just want good performances. Like I want
absolutely
good, clean performances. I feel like the caffeine. I don't know. It feels. I don't know if y'all feel the same way about this, but I feel like ever since caffeine came around, I feel like there's been a lot of chokes, a lot of stumbles, and I don't.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so I think going into events nowadays, I'm just wishing that everybody just comes prepared. And looking at the card, I don't see guys with huge red flags in terms of that. So I'm hoping they all, come solid.
Yeah, and I mean, let's look at some of the other events that we've had on caffeine this year. All of the events have either had a chess, a Sioux Surf, they've had New Jersey Twerk. Charlie Clips had a lot of choking, stumbling, and everything this year.
Miss Miami.
Miss Miami, yeah.
Yep. So we look at this card. There's not really any perennial chokers on here. I mean, Arsenal has a tendency to not show up.
But I'm not like Arsenal. These last couple battles, I've not like he's been solid.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I thought he. I don't know how y'all feel about the official battle. I thought he caught a 30 on official. Like he did okay. He did okay against T Top, but like nothing that frightens me. I guess you could say.
Yeah. So I think we're in good shape here for a solid card. Let's move forward to the next battle. And this is honestly the matchup that if I were running the show here, I would make this the headliner. This is the battle I'm most excited for. Chilla Jones versus B Dot. Let's go to Yusuf. What do you think?
I'm a bad person to start with this one because me and Sauce have been talking about this one for a long time now.
I think we've been talking about it since like the beginning of the year.
That's a fact.
It's like 2020.
Man, okay. Number one, I'm looking forward to this the most. I think we all are actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like the battle means, I don't know. It's like who is champion of the year 2021 or 2020, and then these two dudes just been on a fucking rampage lately. Originally, I had Chilla 2-1 because I think he outpens B Dot slightly. Right now, I got it B Dot 2-1, but by marginal, like slightest of margins. I don't know. I'm just leave it at that. B Dot 2-1, super debatable. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, Mike, what you got?
I have B Dot 30.
30.
I think that his writing is good enough to where he can outshine everything that Chilla can put up. Personally, not a fan of scheming. I think scheming's fucking trash. But Chilla is the best at it. I think that B Dot will be he'll be able to angle his way through 3 rounds, and he raps well enough to where it'll definitely be enough to beat Chilla, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Are you guys prepared for the B Dot third round about how Chilla Jones had 3 battles with Real Deal?
I just hope he's gonna break down this entire KOTD thing. It's gonna be retarded. Oh. It's gonna be.
You ruined it that fast, Sauce.
Edit it out.
Yeah. All right. My goal is to do
ridiculous.
as minimal editing as possible on this.
Sorry about that. That's my fault.
Nope, you're good. You're good. Moving forward. Hot take. What are your thoughts?
I think B Dot's probably going to come out with a clear win here.
Man,
not like a gentleman's 30. It's going to be a 2-1 clear. Chilla Jones probably going to be able to, get a single round on B Dot, but I don't know. B Dot just is different. He doesn't.
Right.
He's a monster. I don't think that Chilla Jones can beat B Dot. That's just a preference thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that's how it tends to be around, like with the rest of y'all too. It's just like we're just not really big fans of Chilla Jones' style.
Yeah, we'll go to Lockhart and then Sauce.
All right, so I don't know. Ever since that Pickle Bobby battle, Chilla Jones has really been on a tear lately.
I hate Lockhart.
Man, but personally, yeah, I would probably go B Dot clear 2-1 because like Chilla Jones' style after a while, like if he's really not hitting like every single time, it really kind of lulls you to sleep, and it's just not really not much of an entertainment factor like what B-Dot can actually bring. Because, I mean, B-Dot will hit you rapid fire with it. And I think that right there is going to be the edge for B-Dot, in my opinion. Because, I mean, they're both really solid riders. It's just I feel like B-Dot has the extra gear that Chilla Jones doesn't. So I'm going to give it B-Dot 2-1.
Okay, Sauce.
I broke this down to Yusuf actually. So my reason for having B-Dot 2-1 or 3-0 is if you look back at Chilla Jones' most recent battles, which are Geechee, Seek, and Jerry. In the battle, Jerry was all three rounds, and the common consensus is that Chilla Jones caught a 30 against him. In the Geechee battle, the one round Geechee won, and what is like I think is the best round in the battle is Geechee's second, where he is talking to, Chilla. In the Real Seek battle, the 2 rounds that Real Seek arguably won were the second and third, which were the rounds that he, tailored for Chilla. And it makes me think that he has an issue with people who delve into certain things about Chilla and angle Chilla to death. Beta is going to angle him all 3 rounds. Yeah, so
Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's what changed my opinion on it and why I no longer had Chilla with the 30 that I did before.
Yeah.
like as Real Seek said, you can talk all this gun shit, but I'm still going to walk off the stage alive as fuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I got beat out 2-1-3-0 either or.
Yeah. Shout out to Real Seek for having a great year too as well. I think as far as narratives go, I think this is really the narrative is just both of these guys are gunning for champion of the year. Fantastic season from both of them. We talked about B-Dot's most recent showings against T-Top, and then Holmesy the God, which came out just the other day on the URL TV app, where even though, Mike, I know you gun for Holmesy the God like crazy, but B-Dot and Holmesy was great that battle, but
No,
B-Dot, it's the exact same thing as the T-Top battle. Like, the opponent was really
Good.
I thought great. They both had great performances, but B-Dot I really think is untouchable right now. And like everyone said, I think all of the punching that and scheming that Chill is gonna do, it's not gonna equal up to whatever B-Dot is gonna come at him with, which I think it will also be really interesting to see what angles he comes at Chilla with, considering Chilla's been battle rapping for so long. Now, granted, I think the small room aspect, I think that will be in Chilla Jones's favor a little bit, but momentum is on B-Dot's side. So I'm going to go, even though I respect Chilla Jones and I think he's going to have a great showing, and I really think this is going to be a contender for Battle of the Year, probably going to be Battle of the Card, I got B-Dot 3-0.
And here's the thing: I don't even think the small room venue. I don't think it leans to Chilla that much anyway.
Yeah, right.
I think we'll be able to catch Chilla's bars better, but B-Dot is able to just wrap all his material straight through. And I think I can speak for, if not all of us, that B-Dot is a better rapper.
Yeah.
No, I agree there.
Yep.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I just agree. Only thing I want to argue against in Chilla's favor is I still think that Chilla's pen is better.
Yeah, but I
don't know,
think it's a big. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. It's on you.
I was gonna say I don't think it's a big enough difference to make. I don't think it's a big enough separation between their pens to make a difference.
I understand. I feel you. So I think we all have beat out then.
Yeah.
Damn, I want to argue for Chilla badly. I just can't.
It is hard.
Argument.
No, I know, and like that's the thing. Like Chilla's got a really tall task ahead of him.
The only argument I would bring up, I think Chilla is currently undefeated, at least this year.
But I think here's the thing, because I think that he does have the Saga battle, which is I think is still kind of debatable. But I also think the real Seek battle for Chilla is a debatable loss as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
That's
I
fair,
have real
actually.
sick win in that one as well.
yeah. So same, yeah. I have Seek second and third.
Yeah, Mike, you got something to say?
No, you guys covered it pretty well.
Okay.
I just don't think we have to see something new from Chilla for him to be able to beat the beat out that we've seen. While Chilla
Yeah.
has won a lot this year, I don't think that his wins are as impressive as the performances we've seen from beat out.
Yeah,
That's
I would
valid.
agree
Yeah,
there.
Beat has, in my opinion, Beat has 3 of the best battles this year, with the
Yep.
T-Top battle, with the Saga battle, and then as part of that 2-on-2 between Left Side Connection and Horseman. So he's been showing up all year.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you were talking about that too. Okay, yeah, I have seen that 2-on-2. Yeah, that was a great battle as well.
Yeah,
You're talking about
Beat
with Loso and
A-Word.
against
Well,
Loso and A-Word. Yeah,
mhm.
that was
Yeah.
I thought that was a good battle.
Beat Out's third was ether-like.
Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. Let's move forward. Arsenal versus Jerry West. Sauce, what's our context?
Jerry West came off a win against Danny. I think me walking into that battle, I had Danny winning. I think as a puncher and just as a rapper and just energy wise, I thought Danny was gonna take it, but Jerry West surprised me and he took the battle. As for Arsenal, as I mentioned before, he's coming off a win against Official, I believe, and I think in the 40 battle, it was obvious that she needed some things to work on rapping in that small room. I can say though about this battle, it's my least favorite battle. And I think that's why I can say that for most. Well, I don't think it's a bad battle necessarily. I just think the other battles are just so high level that it's hard to like pick this as my favorite battle.
Yeah.
As for the winner, I'd probably go Arsenal. I think
Okay.
Arsenal is just a vet, and I think Jerry has did well against John and Nitty earlier in the year. I think he lost both of those battles, and I think Arsenal is just going to continue that like learning path for Jerry West. So yeah.
Yeah. As far as narratives go, Jerry West is really. I mean, he's had looks in previous years, but this year with Genesis, and then with this as well. These are the two biggest main stage battles that Jerry West has had in his career thus far. And then the narrative for Arsenal, I guess, is that he's not. There can be an argument made for Arsenal to struggle against rappers that he doesn't particularly have any reason to battle. Yeah, Arsenal just tends to struggle against people he doesn't really have any sort of vendetta against. It seems coming at people with disrespect as his main tactic. Let's go to Mike. Mike, what do you think?
I don't care about this. Like, you remember when Goods told Roan, "I don't care about this battle so much. I'm rooting for you." I don't care about this battle so much. I'm not rooting for anyone. This battle won't matter. Everyone will forget about this battle after it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I'll have Ars 2-1. I don't know. There's no story going into this battle, so Ars isn't going to give a shit. Jerry's probably just gonna be punching. We're gonna get everything we expect out of this battle. It'll go 2-1 either way, depending on how good Jerry is.
Yeah. Does anyone think differently about that?
I personally,
oh no, go ahead.
But I do want to see this battle though. I like Jerry West. I want to see it.
it's
I like
like
Jerry West too. My fault. Go ahead.
Oh, y'all are good. Y'all are good.
I was just saying, I
Personally,
like
it's
Jerry
just
West
like
too.
Hey, edit that out.
No, don't edit that. Keep going.
But no, personally, like I'm gonna probably go against the grain here, and I'm gonna probably pick Jerry West 2-1. It's just like it's one of those things. I don't necessarily care for Arsenal style because you have to basically put him into a scenario to where he has a reason to disrespect somebody. This is why I wanted to see Arsenal versus Mike P on this card.
No.
Hey,
I mean,
No. For his
Yeah.
sake, no.
like
I
on
mean,
one hand,
if I
on one
wanted to
hand,
see-
I understand, but on the other hand, no.
I don't want to see a snuff film. Come on.
my thing is like
I do.
if I wanted to see an Arsenal battle against anybody, right now, it would probably be against Mike P for that very reason. But understandably, if I were Mike P, I wouldn't take the battle either. So here we are stuck with Arsenal versus Jerry West, and it's not really something that interests people, or it's just not something that really makes sense in comparison to the rest of the card, in my opinion. That's something that looks like it could be just a one-off or something, and it's just placed onto the card randomly. In comparison to, it's just a battle like what y'all were saying. People are just gonna forget about it the moment it happens. There's not really probably gonna be any quotables from it. It's just gonna be one of those things that people think might make Jerry West's career progress when it's really not when you stop and think about it and look back at it. It's just something that's just there.
Oh, hey, I have a good example of that. Like, did
If you take
anyone
my example,
care
I'm gonna
when
hate you.
Av kicked Arsenal's ass at Nome?
No.
No.
Nah, yeah.
Nope.
I was gonna say that, but I was gonna mention something else too. And go against the grain here.
Jerry West 30.
Rum Nitty versus Iron Solomon. Same
What
thing
about-
happened. I mean, nobody cared about that battle when it got announced. It's like, who cares? Rum Nitty versus Iron Solomon.
That's like the reverse of this, though.
I get that, but I think Nitty and Iron also have a way higher ceiling than Jerry and Arsenal. So that's my thing as well.
I'd argue against that. I mean, Arsenal is more of a contender for Mount Rushmore than Iron.
That's
And
not
then
no, but
Jerry is
I'm
like a
saying
Rum
like,
Nitty.
And also
I don't know about that.
wasn't that battle?
No, not saying that Jerry is as good a puncher as Nitty, but Jerry punches in a more unique way. The same way Nitty punched in a unique way, like Jerry punches in a unique way. I'm looking forward to this battle. But I don't expect much out of it.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
The thing, if we're going to compare this to Iron and Rum, which I don't think we should compare this for all too long, but yeah, I think wasn't that Iron Solomon's big return to the URL?
But that's the only context to it. Like, that was it.
Right, but that's still a huge narrative that goes into it. There's like basically nothing here.
I mean, I get it. It's the whole thing is like, this is Arsenal giving Jerry a shot. There's not really much of a narrative for either battle, Iron and Nitty versus, or this one. But Iron and Nitty might be one of the best battles ever. It's definitely the best non-narrative battle ever. So I'm giving this one a chance. I'm looking forward to it. I got Jerry 2-1.
Okay. Hot take. How do you feel about this?
Man, it's hard to call. Like, while I'm not entirely excited by the match, I do think it will be good. I mean, Jerry West isn't bad. Like, when Arsenal shows up, he's good. Minimum. So, I mean, it's gonna be like a fine battle, but like, yeah, there's really no hype around it. It's just a battle that's going to happen.
Sure.
I think Jerry West is probably going to win. Probably 2-1, maybe 3-0 if Arch jerseys anything. But
yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with. I'm also gonna go with Jerry West 2-1. I think he's kind of got more. He's got more of a reason to battle here. Truth be told, for lack of a better term, I guess. But yeah, I see Arsenal really struggling to get at Jerry West, essentially. So I'll have Jerry West 2-1.
like, this has potential to be one of the better battles on the card. But I mean, that's just potential.
Yeah. Does anyone else have anything they wanna add?
Nope.
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, seeing none, let's move forward to our second to last battle here. We've got K-Shine versus Pat Stay. So
We get to
Sauce,
argue.
what do you got for we've got a lot of narratives here, but what's our context? What are both rappers coming into this with?
Pat Stay hasn't battled over a year and a half. His last battle
that
was
long?
Shotgun Suge in 09.
What?
It's been that long.
Well, Penn State can't get into the United States because
that is true. Yes, yep, that is true. Yep, that is true because of COVID. So he hasn't been able to battle all year. And as for K-Shine last battle I believe was E Hart, and the common consensus is You know,
He
you know,
bu-
you
he
know,
sm- he
you know his
smoked her.
slogan. You know his slogan.
Yeah, he smoked her.
Yeah.
Zip them up.
I know y'all. I know y'all are saying Chilla versus Beat Out is the battle y'all look forward to most. I think I look forward to this battle actually more.
Oh yeah, I for sure look forward to this battle the most in the card.
Yeah.
It's between this and Chilla and Beat-Up.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
close.
Yeah. It's one of those two. But I think I'd probably go to this battle. I think I can't even remember I can't remember the last time, if ever, Pat Stay rapped in like a volume. Like I imagine there's gonna be some type of crowd, obviously, but I
Yeah,
can't imagine.
we were talking about this earlier. Like we don't know what the smallest room Pat Stay is wrapped in.
Yeah, the smallest room might be like when he battled Calico, and even then that wasn't a small room. So
Yeah.
Just based off the two battlers, I'd probably go Pat Stay 2-1. But Shine is Shine, and Shine doesn't really lose like that. So yeah.
As far
How
as
bad
narratives,
is the NWX gas going to make it look?
That's a good question.
yeah, that's
That's
what
the
we'll.
argument.
So
That's the argument.
I think that's part of the narrative. I think. So first things first, this battle has been in the works for a good while, at least
Yeah.
as far as I can remember since Gnome 10.
Yep.
But what with COVID and everything, Pat Stay being from Nova Scotia, barring entry into the United States for battles, it's tough for Pat Stay. But so this battle's been in the works for a while. You could say K Shine is a candidate for champion of the year. Probably top 5, top 10 at least. Sort of rankings for him. And then again, this is Pat Stay's return, you could say. I think another narrative, as you guys have mentioned, could be the gas from NWX, which we know in a small room is pretty unbearable.
We didn't even talk about the gas for a T-top.
That's true. That is a good point, but I think T-top and DNA provide more gas than DNA and K-Shine.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think K-Shine's gonna come in and say like,
arm out like Rocky on the old steps.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
That's crazy.
like,
That's
come
crazy.
on, that was crazy.
Arm out on the
or whatever.
champ like Rocky at those. Oh my god.
Oh, this is crazy. And then and it's like, dude,
sounds
come
like
on. Like
he
my
sounds like that
God.
dude. Sounds like that dude in SpongeBob that broke his leg.
my leg. Yeah, let's go. Let's start this one off with why don't we start off with Sauce? Sauce, what are you thinking?
Oh, I said Pat Stay 2-1.
Oh, that's right. Yep. Okay, then let's go hot take. Hot take.
Oh man, Pat Stay Gentleman's 30. Like I K Shine is frustrating sometimes because like he doesn't change up very often. Like what he's gonna do when you get there. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, on one hand, it's cool to be like good at something, but you also have to branch out. Like Pat Stay does a little bit of everything. Like it's gonna be a battle of like somebody who's just punching straight out versus somebody who is well rounded. Like has the defense, has the ability to attack in different ways.
Yeah. Lockhart, what are you thinking?
I'm pretty biased because Pat Stay's in my personal top 5 in terms of favorite battle rappers to listen to. So I'm gonna go Pat Stay 2-1 clear.
Okay, you think K-Shine's gonna get around?
K-Shine's probably gonna get around. I would not gonna say which one because I don't know, but he'll definitely get around because it's K-Shine and he's been one of the more like unbeatable people to go up against as of late. And he's gonna get his round. It's just I think Pat Stay's gonna get it 2-1.
Okay. Mike and then Yusuf.
Pat 30. I don't think this is going to be a close battle. Personally.
Okay.
This is the longest stretch Pat has had in between 2 battles. And he was really good against Suge. Before that, he had great performances versus Danny, Arsenal, shit like that. Like I don't know. I think the gas is going to make this battle look so much worse. When Pat is in there versus NWX just clowning K-Shine in front of them as they're gassing him up, it's going to get bad for him in that room. I think Pat's going to walk away with a very clear win.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I think the way you bring it up, and we talked about this, but the gas that Pat Stay will get, traditionally has been from the crowd, right? I don't think Pat Stay really has a whole Shell gas station behind him the way K-Shine does. His energy is usually fed off of the crowd. So if he can get some of the non-NWX people on his side, maybe he can get some sort of reaction and it'll look a little bit better. But Mike, I think you're absolutely right. I think the gas for K-Shine is going to be, I imagine it will be unbearable or close to unbearable. Yusuf, what do you think?
I have K-Shine taking the first and the second and the third. K-Shine 3.
All right, so
you serious?
first of all, calm
But I'm
down.
gonna let Hula go ahead go because there's a lot to say about this battle. Go ahead, beloved.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take Pat Stay 2-1. I think Pat is super creative. I think he's going to have some really funny angles and some good jokes too. But also solid punching. And then I think K-Shine's going to get at least one round off of energy and performance, because for as overrated as K-Shine may be, he is an exceptional performer and he does bring a lot of really good energy. And I think it'll translate into the small room, but I'll take Pat Stay 2-1. So, does anyone else have anything they want to say on this?
Yeah, there's a lot to say.
Yusuf, talk
Yes.
to me.
I
Yusuf,
want to
talk me.
argue.
Yes,
me.
Yusuf,
Listen,
go,
man.
please.
There's okay. I'm gonna concede a lot here. Firstly, what you guys said, Pat Stay being on the long break that he's on right now gives him a really good advantage here. Like, he got to focus on this K-Shine battle. That's not gonna be very good for Shine. I'll admit that. And then he's gonna clown the fuck out of K-Shine, and it's gonna make Shine look crazy. I'll admit that too. But Pat Stay hasn't battled many people with that Shine skill set. And the two people he has battled that I'm using as a frame of reference, Big K and Danny, they clearly beat him.
And I want to bring one thing up.
Go ahead.
So you made it very clear when we were talking about the Danny versus Ill battle that Pat Stay did not care.
Yes.
So if he cares, we will see, what happens. And I also want to say the Big K battle, Pat Stay's admitted this, and I think this is well known already that Pat Stay was not intrigued by battling. While it may not be an excuse, it is a real thing. And I think that was also a Big K that I don't think anybody in the world was losing to at that point. And I think, especially those that watched KOTD at the time, would tell you, yeah, Big K was not losing at that time to anybody.
Oh, that
I
was during
get
his run?
Yeah, that was during his huge run.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
KOTD. Like, where he was just like 30 and 2-1ing everybody.
I get it. I mean, I guess putting more blame on Pat Stay for losing those battles than just his opponent's performances. I don't think he does well against that barking on aggressive, rapid punching style. I think that's a really bad. It's a weird thing to say for Pat Stay, like that's a bad matchup for him. But I think from what I've seen, that's a bad matchup for him. I do think that it's going to be in a small room. The fact that NWX gas is going to be unbearable, it makes it closer for Pat Stay. If this was on a big stage where the gas is equal, I think Pat Stay would have gotten a much worse loss than I think he's going to get handed here. So I got K-Shine with the 30, but close because of NWX holding him back the same way they did in him versus Geechee.
That's really interesting.
Also, Pat stays a whole foot taller than K-Shine.
Yeah.
When K-Shine raps, bro, that nigga looks 7'14". I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. But I still think K-Shine is not as good as a puncher as,
He definitely
Big
isn't.
K and Danny. So
He
it'll be
definitely-
interesting to see how it goes.
But he might be the most like effective person in the URL roster right now. I mean, when was his last loss?
Geechee?
Who, K-Shine?
Yeah, I don't think he's lost since Geechee.
Clear or Geechee? Clear or not clear?
Clear
Clear's
loss
Geechee.
hasn't been since Geechee.
Yeah.
If we're talking debatable, I guess Nitty, but even that I would argue.
No, I was
K-Shine.
gonna say Clips. I thought Clips is debatable because
True.
I had him up 2-0 against Clips, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but that's not.
too bad.
Neither of them were ahead enough to make.
That was a terrible battle.
Yeah,
The fans got
but that's like
30'd.
I guess Pat Stay is 2-0 right now in URL, and that's significant.
Yes, and
But
yeah,
the run Kayshawn is on and the skill set he brings to the table, I think is gonna be bad for Pat Stay. But I think the fact that NWX is gonna make it bad for Shine is gonna make it close.
I mean, we thought with Keishan and Geechee, I know it's a different skill set, and different battle, but I mean, I think in the consensus on the pay-per-view was Keishan 30, and I think the same issue is gonna happen. Where it's Keishan 30. No, actually no, it's Geechee 2-1. Keishan wasn't really saying shit. He said, "I'm a nicotine in the head, then let's see who can stick."
You better not do that again.
That's
Yikes.
yeah. Y'all remember that when we
Light
watched
bulb
the
in the ceiling, I'm screwed up. Yeah, he better not do that again.
yeah. So yeah,
That's part of the reason why I have Pat Stay winning pretty comfortably. Is he also doesn't do dumb shit like that.
I'm willing to come back and say Pat Stay or Kayshawn 2-1, but I still got Shine winning. I don't think
okay. Yeah.
I don't think Pat Stay's good in this matchup.
We haven't seen Pat Stay in the small room, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
That's facts.
Yeah, but to be fair, Pat Stay is so goddamn tall, he might hit his head on the ceiling with how small the room might be. So,
He is 6'6" white boy. He cannot be missed.
Oh my goodness. Ugh. All right.
Let's keep it going. Our main event of Smack Volume 6.
Why is this the main event?
And I don't know, but I think it's an interesting matchup. We've
It
got
is.
Geechee Gotti versus Goods. Sauce, give us the rundown.
Goods' last battle. Damn. What, T-Rock?
Cassidy.
Cassidy.
No, it was a 2-on-2.
Oh man!
You see how I
Don't
love
laugh
the
way too
hype?
hard.
Yeah, he 30'd him, and he was actually, I thought he did good against Cassidy. But if you're talking about a real battle, then it's
A real
It's
battle
real
would be Tay-Rock, yeah.
yeah. And I had a beat T-Rock.
Well, y'all laughing so I hate y'all so much.
It's
Geechee
Cassidy,
Gotti
bro.
gonna bring 3 whole rounds of you lost to Cassidy.
No, it's gonna be so awkward because he didn't lose to Cassidy.
No, he beat shit down
Nah,
Cassidy's leg.
I told people Geechee is the same person that said he told Surf he lost to Nitty, and then he told Nitty he lost to Surf. So, you know,
He did do this.
he did do this in terms of So Geechee's last battle, God, Geechee battles so often. I can't remember. Was it Clips?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and I had him beating Clips, but it wasn't a great battle, all things considered.
Yeah. It was on Summer
Madness 10.
Madness 10.
Yeah.
Yep. And he battled
beat-
Avert before that.
Yeah, and I honestly on first watch I had Verb 30, but rewatching that I have Geechee 2-1 now. So I mean he's coming off a couple of, and they're not good wins, but he's coming off wins at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So I personally have Goods 2-1. I think Goods is gonna do the same thing Pasté is gonna do to Shine in my eyes. He's gonna make Geechee look like a clown. That's what
Yeah. As far as narratives go, this was originally, I think, supposed to be booked
No.
for Summer Menace 10, maybe.
No.
It was.
No.
This has been a battle that's been meaning to happen for a few months now. I guess for, I don't know, Goods. His narrative is that he's at this stature where he can take whoever he wants to now. Especially after such a monumentally popular battle against Cassidy.
But when the hottest shit in the
monumentally
world.
good. It wasn't a monumentally good battle, but I mean, Goods did well. And then I think the narrative for Geechee is he's kind of a little bit on the fringe. Some people might have him as a fringe champion of the year candidate. I don't think so.
No.
But then the big narrative I think for Geechee here is that he doesn't always perform well against veteran battlers. So I want to hear y'all thoughts. Let's start off with hot take.
I mean, that's an accurate summary, I think. Like, we had this discussion before. Geechee does pretty terribly against Legends. Like, his record is abysmal.
Like, what, 4-10-1, as always said?
I think it's 2-13 actually.
No, it was 4-10, 4-10. I'm looking at it right now.
So, like, Geechee should be looking for a win here, but he also thinks that he doesn't lose. So he might not be. Well, man, it's. I don't know how to feel about this battle. Like it's gonna be a toss up on who wins, and it's gonna come down to preparation again. Like Goods is just gonna do what Goods does. Geechee's gonna try to out gangster Goods. I don't think Geechee's gonna talk money. That seems like a bad idea.
I sure hope not.
If Geechee talks money, Goods is gonna get a 30.
Yeah. Mike, what do you think?
I have Geechee 2-1. I think Geechee can win this. I think this is another case of everyone saying, like, this person's really good, so this person can't beat them. I think Geechee can get up there and talk his shit. Like, when Geechee's comfortable and he's able to do what he does, it's the same case with Goods. They both get up there, they have their styles, and everyone either respects it or tries to replicate it with both of them, I feel like.
Get comfortable.
Yeah. Coffee boys. They up there. They getting comfortable, all right?
Yeah.
But I feel it can really go either way, but I'm going to lean towards Geechee. I think that his style will shine better here.
Oh, yeah, can I preface this? I do think Geechee can win this. I do think he can win this. I just think Goods is more effective, and so I have Goods winning.
Yeah.
That's really it.
I think if we want to talk about how long it's been since Pat Stay has been in a small room battle, how long do we think it's been since Goods has been in a small room battle?
Lions Den K-Shine, and he beat K-Shine. But that's when K-Shine called himself Rubber Band K. So, do what you want with that information.
Ooh,
He called himself what?
Rubber Band K.
Yikes.
And then Goods proceeded to beat the shit out of him for 3 rounds. So, yeah.
Yusuf, what do you think?
I don't know how Geechee can win this, so I got Goods 3-0. But I mean, we'll see.
He's got a really tough matchup on his hands. Geechee does. It's Geechee's been for the better part of 3 years now consistent. I think some people really, really like him, and I can understand why he's a star. But Goods can be bad. I think Goods can be bad here, and I think Geechee will be at least at par where he usually is at. However, I think Goods' highs can be higher than Geechee's highs. So with that being said, I'm going to go with Goods probably 3-0, Gentleman's 30. Lockhart, what do you think?
Do I think Geechee can beat Goods? Yes, I do. Do I think he's going to beat Goods? No. It's just one of those things to where I really don't know how to describe this battle. It's just like, or how Goods or Geechee both would win or lose. It's just one of those things to where I feel like Goods is going to win, and it's going to be a 2-1 clear. I know Geechee's going to wind up getting a round of some kind. I don't know which one, but it's not going to matter at the end of the day because it's still going to be a 2-1 clear for Goods. I don't know how he's going to do it, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, this is a weird matchup.
I think there's too many things going for Goods and not going against Geechee. Like
Right.
Exactly.
Like what Sauce said, his record against Legends is abysmal. The other end of that spectrum, Goods arguably only has 1 loss in his record, period. If I'm not mistaken.
Hollow.
From Hollow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I thought he lost to Verb, but that's like a different thing.
He got 30'd by Cassidy.
Shut the fuck.
Straight facts. That was
Said no one ever.
No, actually, no. Do you want to bet that?
Hey, Locke, have you looked at those YouTube comments?
I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
I
wild.
have, but I also recognize that they're YouTube comments.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know what I was looking at when I was reading those. Like, they definitely didn't watch that
I
battle.
thought I was high when I was reading those comments.
Me too.
Yeah.
They
Me
did
too.
not
I
watch
got a
that
gun
battle.
so big that kickback could not kick forward, never been down.
Shout out to Fluent.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't fully understand. I don't see Geechee's win condition here because he has to talk to Goods in a way that would make Goods look crazy, and that's what Goods specializes in.
Yeah.
Can Geechee out Goods? No way. I
No.
don't think he can like talk that gangster shit to Goods well enough to win a round. Let
No,
alone
I don't
two.
think so.
I don't see
Hula, you said earlier that like Goods could be bad here, and that could be how Geechee takes the win. Like
I highly doubt it.
honestly, I think Goods could be bad and still win.
Really? Okay. Wow. That's interesting.
I don't
Explain.
like
And I want to
because like Geechee does a couple of things and he does it well. Like he does real talk, he does like gum bars, and he does like he's not great at the drug talk. Like he's got some cool shit, but like he's not really known for that.
I just found out a ski mask was for fucking skiing.
that bar was crazy. I want to mention this because the parallel was drawn like the K-Shine battle. I don't know, despite the fact that he caught the 30 clean, I don't know if I believe that Geechee is better than K-Shine. A lot of Geechee's best
Right now
bars
or in
are
general?
both. A lot of Geechee's bars, especially some of the best ones, are so general. It makes it hard to argue like in his favor. Plus his record, like we said, is abysmal. Like
Yeah.
I think Goods might have the notification thing better than Pat Stay. I don't know, man. I got Goods 3-0 still.
Okay. Does anyone have anything else they want to say about this battle before we're just going to do a quick performance of the night, battle of the night. So, I'm just going to run down the list as it appears on my screen here. Geez, I sound like a professor in one of my Zoom classes. I'm just going to go down the screen, get answers.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you need to get out of the house more.
Dude, I know. Hey,
We all
you're
gotta
telling
get
me,
out of the house.
bro. I've been missing that Frosty, bro. The nearest Wendy's is
Oh
45 minutes
my
away.
God.
No, 45 minutes away.
No.
No more Frosties, bro. Never again.
Oh my God. So let's run it down. Sauce. Who do you have for performance of the night and battle of the night?
Battle of the night, Chilla beat out. Performance of the night, Ill Will.
Hot take.
I think battle of the night. I'm probably gonna have Pat Stay versus K-Shine. Performance of the night. I'm also going with that. Will.
Okay. I'll go next up. My battle of the night will also be Chilla Jones versus B Dot. And then my performance of the night, I think, is going to go to Pat Stay. Lockhart.
I think the battle of the night probably going to be Chilla versus B Dot. And performance of the night, I'm going to go B Dot.
Okay, sure. Mike.
Man, fuck it. I'm going with the sleeper for battle of the night. I think it's gonna be T-Top and Easy.
Interesting.
And I think
I like that.
night is gonna go to Pat Stay.
Okay. All right. And Yusuf.
I'm also gonna go with the sleeper. I'm going to Arsenal and Jerry for like
Nice.
the performance of the night. I'm serious. I'm not joking.
Who do you got for
I'm
performance of
behind.
the night?
Jerry West.
Jerry West. Okay, cool. All right. Well, does anyone have any more concluding thoughts on Smack Volume 6?
Thank God JC.
Yusuf, you bugging for that match of the night pick.
Thank God JC's not on this card.
Man, I
Amen.
hate you so
Yeah,
much.
he needs to sit for a while.
I will beat all y'all asses in real life.
I said that specifically to get Yusuf mad.
All right. Other than instigating a fight between Yusuf and whoever hates JC, does anyone have any sort of closing remarks they want to make as far as anything they want to promote, anything they want to talk about?
r/resurrection, excuse me. February 13th. Hot take. Hula, Lockhart, Yusuf, and Mike are all on this card, and it's going to be a fire card.
Yep, it's
Okay,
going
I
to
was
be
gonna say I
moving.
declined this card. Like,
Yeah.
you don't gotta apologize to me.
Yep. Anybody's got anything they want to promo?
I got a song on YouTube. It's called "Satisfied." Good luck.
It's
finding
fire.
it.
It's fire.
Because like I used somebody else's account to try to find it one time, and it is impossible to find. I'll just put it in the description of the video or something.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hot Take. I'll just promo really quick. My album, The Graduate 2, is available on all your streaming platforms. Opportunistic, who's been on the podcast a few times prior, he has a feature on it. Lena also has contributed some vocals as well as she has also been on the podcast as well.
Appa has a Christmas album out now too.
Yep, Appa has a Christmas album out you can listen to. And I think that's it for me as far as promos. Locke, Mike, Yusuf, what you got?
I
I
got
ain't got
nothing.
shit. Fucking smoke some crack. I don't know.
Don't feel crack. Stay sober.
We were doing so well.
I know. Locke,
I mean,
what
I
you
already
got? You got anything you want to promo?
So I got a tournament to where I get a chance to battle Danny Myers if I win it. So yeah, stay tuned for that by chance, just in case I advance in the tournament. If I don't, then yeah, don't pay attention to that shit.
And if Lockhart doesn't win, stay tuned for Danny Myers versus Colossal Mini.
Yeah,
Please.
classic.
That'd be crazy.
Classics only.
I hope.
Okay.
Facts.
I hate y'all.
Well,
I
that's
hate you.
gonna wrap it up for us. Again, we apologize for the break. That's almost entirely on me because I had to move across states and started going to grad school and everything. So again, apologies for the long break. We're gonna bring back the podcast hopefully on a regular basis with not as much work going into editing, but we'll still aim to give you the quality content that we have been delivering beforehand, and even with a smaller panel as well. So I'm Hula. Have a great rest of your day, and please stay safe. Please wear a mask. Let's get out of this pandemic. Take it easy, y'all.
Jersey.
Peace.
Thank you.